People who forgave their partner for cheating, how did that turn out? He cried for forgiveness, so I tried. It took time and a lot of therapy, but I forgave him. He kept cheating while slowly checking out of the relationship. He finally dumped me when it wasn't painful for him anymore and kicked me out of our home. 10/10 would not forgive again. You never look at them the same again. I caught my husband cheating while I was pregnant. We tried to work things out for the kids, but it wasn't happening. A year or two after we split, my oldest, around 5 at the time, wanted us to get back together, so he made us sit in tiny kids' chairs, and his understanding of the divorce was Daddy lied and lying is bad, made his dad apologize. I accepted the apology during this adorable mini therapy session, but explained that I will never have enough trust to be a family with him again. I think it was helpful closure for everyone and got us into a better position to co-parent effectively. FYI, my son is 10 now and is well adjusted and loved. Gave me a jealousy complex that took years to get over. 0-10, would not recommend. The problem is that even when you forgive, you don't forget. So the automatic and complete trust is gone. When before you always just assumed what they said was true, you now start to wonder anytime there's room for doubt. Are they really with that friend? Why did they stay out so long last night? How come their way home from work took so long today? It's exhausting and destructive to both parties involved. My mother-in-law forgave my father-in-law about 20 years ago. He's been an anxious, guilty shadow of his former self, riddled with mental health issues, and she's been miserable. He's never cheated since, but they're both the saddest people I know. I tried very hard. I thought I'd forgiven her with complete sincerity, but those thoughts never seem to leave your head no matter how much you tell yourself that you can move on. Personally, for their benefit, I think it's better just to end things and start fresh, no matter how long it's been. You're never going to treat them the same, as you'll never have the same amount of trust you had before. They will be miserable, which will just lead to a reoccurrence or even worse. Not well, nor something I'd ever do again. Afterwards I was convinced that I trusted him as much as ever and we were stronger than ever. A few years after all that, he went away on a trip for a couple of weeks. When he returned, I was just numb. I had completely disconnected from the relationship and broke up with him. This came out of the blue and totally broke his heart. Turns out I had a delayed reaction to the original breach of trust. I've discovered since that this is very common. My girlfriend's dad forgave her mum for cheating. But he didn't really. He stopped working permanently, so she would have to pay the mortgage, and there was always this passive-aggressive sniping between the two. She said she couldn't forgive me for forgiving her and left. The Dixie Chicks said it best: forgive sounds good, forget I don't think I could. Without getting into the drama. My spouse cheated on me. We separated. They came clean. We reconciled. We did the work. We're still married. Our marriage is great. They are the one person alive that I trust the most. They know where all the bodies are buried and where to find all the skeletons. I don't trust anyone completely. That unfortunately includes them. I don't throw it in their face, I don't bring it up, I don't wield it in negotiations or bargains, or anything even close to that. But, whenever there is anything I have to decide, or something I have to do that might be problematic, or any number of things that one would expect to be facing with your spouse, I always weigh that slightly greater than 0% chance that I'll be alone handling it without anyone. It's nothing personal, it's just my brain and heart had been in a place where that person was the one person who I trusted to always be there. To never hurt me. To always be faithful. And they weren't. It's a lot like the first time a child touches a hot stove. You'll cook on it. You'll use it to provide sustenance. You'll do all the things a stove is meant for, but you'll never again blindly trust that it's safe to touch. I hate being one of those not me, but comments usually, but I will this time just to provide some opposite views here. A family friend's wife cheated on him and they've now been together for, I think, at least a decade post-cheating, by all accounts very happy. They are involved with facilitating groups in marriage classes at church and are very open and honest about their relationship history, etc. People can make it work. It doesn't mean that anyone should feel that they have to be guilted into staying, etc. But it is possible. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.